Welcome to the Roundtable. We're going to discuss Extra Space's company values. First, we're going to start off with some intros, and I'll kick it off as facilitator. I'm Whitney Harper, and I'm Senior Vice President of People, so I oversee all HR activities in the company, and I'm located here at the Store Support Center in Salt Lake City. Will, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah. So I'm Will Mann, Division Vice President based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I oversee all of North Carolina, some of South Carolina, and then Southern Virginia as well. And I've been with the company a little over 4 years.
Hi, I'm Anna Davis. I'm the Division Learning Manager for the Davis Division out in Southern California, and I've been with Extra Space for about 12 years now.
Hey, everyone. Glad to be part of this discussion today. My name is Brett Nelson. I have worked for Extra Space for a little over 12 years. I currently work in Salt Lake City as part of the SSC, and I am in the legal department and act as one of the company's attorneys.
Well, my name is Monica Redas. I'm the Senior Director over at the NSC, the National Solutions Center of Extra Space, and I'm based up of Salt Lake City as well, and I've been with the company for 16 years now. So it's been a great ride.
So wonderful to see the breadth of experience we have on this roundtable. Let's start with a really big, broad question. Why are shared values important?
I'll start us out, Whitney. I've got an answer to that. Simply put, our values are critical. As an organization, values provide the employees direction. It also unifies employees. And overall, it just helps us know what is important and where we're going as a company.
Absolutely. I think our values really set us apart from any other organization. They guide us to our success, and they really help attract people to our teams that embody those values.
I'd say when you grow as much as we do as a company, you need these underlying value systems that keep the train on the track, so to speak. So regardless of any new technology or if there's new processes, new people, it's still held together by those values.
I agree with everybody, and I would just to add, having shared values is super important because it could really help act as our guiding compass. It really can help us figure out how to make decisions, how to execute our judgment, but also within a team, it helps build trust.
Thank you for all of those responses. Getting more personal, what's your favorite value?
That one's really difficult for me to pick because all the values work so well together. But if I had to choose, I'd say integrity. I feel lucky to work in an environment where honesty and transparency is fostered and promoted on every level. And I've seen how the integrity value has created a safe and positive learning environment for our team members.
So for me, I would say that passion would be my favorite value. But my biggest satisfaction is being able to leave work knowing that I've been able to help one person every day. So I follow this HOPE model, which is HOP, when that stands for helping one person every day.
Yeah, I think it's tough to choose from all these values, but the one that really stands out to me is excellence. It gives employees at Extra Space a standard to shoot for. A quote that I've always liked and heard is that no one ever wakes up wanting to be mediocre. And it gives me great satisfaction working for a great organization such as Extra Space, where we all join in the effort to give quality work and to make excellence our standard and to not just be mediocre.
Awesome. And I'd say, and maybe this is the sports background in me, but I'd go with teamwork. I think you get the most out of an organization when you have a bunch of different skill sets and they're all working together towards a common goal or set of goals. And it keeps you from kind of a one size fits all approach. So the example I always use is, I think of Tom Brady as, regardless of what you think of him, one of the best football players of all time. Yet if you had a team full of 11 or an offense full of 11 Tom Brady's, it probably wouldn't function very well. And if you know football, you know what I mean. If you don't know football, just trust me, it wouldn't be pretty.
Thanks, Will, for sharing that. Let's talking about kind of the collective wealth of experience we have on this call. I'd love to get a little bit more specific. How does someone live the Extra Space values?
I can start with that one. I think that a good way of how you can live your values is just really incorporating them into your personal brand. Being able to utilize them on how you make decisions, how you execute your judgment. If you do that every day, that's really going to show everybody who you are and what you stand for.
That's great. And I'll look at it a little bit differently in the sense that I think when things are going well, it's a lot easier to live our values. It's a little more natural to do that in good times. I think where we really get tested is when we got times of change or stressful times, and that kind of puts us to the test where we have to step outside our comfort zone. So if you find yourself in one of those moments, which inevitably you're going to at some point, just my general advice is don't lose yourself in the moment. Don't lose focus of the bigger picture. Instead, detach, back up a little bit to get some perspective and look to things like our values for a little bit of guidance.
Yeah, and I can give a recent example of when I've seen our values in action. What comes to mind for me is the transaction we just closed, Life Storage, a huge transaction that required a ton of work and still is requiring a ton of work. And it really took all 5 values as employees of this company to make that transaction happen. And I'm just proud to work for an organization where we all came together and did something great.
So I just want to take this moment to recognize one of our DMs out in El Paso. Her name's Corey Columbus, and I first got to meet her when we were DTLs. I was out in Hawaii. She was in California. We were both working towards our development. I got assigned a new stretch project, and without hesitation, Corey reached out. She helped guide me through that project with all the experience she had. And that day, I felt our teamwork value from thousands of miles away in the middle of the ocean. Now, if we fast forward to present day, Corey is leading her team through our values with her high level of integrity and excellence. That has strengthened the El Paso market, and being able to partner with her as her DLM has been one of the highlights of my career.
Thank you all for your comments. I think it's right on point, and it's what's made the company successful as well as a lot of individuals. Thank you all for your time today.